Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 25 and another part of the Toyota My Team career mode. Today we are back with the British Grand Prix. It's Zach O'Sullivan's home Grand Prix, but obviously not the team's. Japan is the team's home Grand Prix, but yeah, looking forward to it nonetheless, and hopefully you guys are too. It has been pretty amazing. Of course, we had a solid weekend last time. The DRS failure meaning we didn't get probably the podium that we deserved, but you know, we're doing a great job, it has to be said, overall, and we will continue to try and push forward and keep doing what we're doing, and that's all we can do, really. Yeah, just keep pushing forward and try and get some more points, secure fourth in the championship. That would be amazing if we could do that. Keep going with upgrades. We can do some upgrades for the energy store cells. And they should be ready for Belgium next time out. Perfect. Okay. Anything else that we need? Dual development for... Yeah, that would be good. Powertrain breakthrough. Can we do that? No. Let's do that. Okay. Staff referral scheme. That seems good. Okay, nice. Quick look at the drivers. Just having a look at Talk's progress. It's not far away from the second meeting now. When does the contract window open? 63 days, so still quite a while until the contract window. And then we can start thinking about next season and who we might sign. Okay, cool. We have a corporate facility event. Yeah, let's go and support the environment. That all looks good.
Hey, Chief. We've finished developing a part, and it's now ready for fitting. Make sure to stop by the Assign Upgrade screen when you get the chance.
Okay, let's pop... yeah, let's pop that on O'Sullivan's car first for once. Do some more development now. Do another powertrain one. Yeah, we can do two of them. Let's go for that. Nice. Cool. Okay, I think we're in a really good place, actually. We definitely want harder tyres this weekend. It certainly cost us last weekend having just soft tyres. So let's get ourselves into the race weekend, and we are, of course, going to be taking control of Zach O'Sullivan at his first ever British Grand Prix, and I'll see you guys for qualifying. It's going to be exciting.
Welcome along, everybody, to a venue that was built for speed. Once an airfield, now one of the finest racetracks in the world. It's qualifying day here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix.
Here we are then. We are ready and raring to go and ready for qualifying. I'm really excited for this. This is going to be an intense qualifying session. Got to be a little bit careful of the rain. There is a 24% chance of rain, so yeah, we've got to be careful, and it looks like it is going to just rain tomorrow. So let's get ourselves into it and see what we can do. Here we go. Right, here we go then. Up to the line. Can we manage it? It's a 28.4. Now, what I have realised is that we need to change our engine, and fast. The ICE and the MGUH are both very much struggling. Now, I don't know whether it will allow us to do that. Okay.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Yeah, we'll end up getting a penalty if we change it, so... Yeah, I guess we'll have to see where we qualify. I suppose with it being a wet race, it won't be quite as important, but... Yeah, that is annoying, isn't it? You can see P11 at the moment. That's not fantastic, is it? So probably going to have to go out again. Have a little look at tyres. Yeah. I'll give it a go, I suppose. Well, here we come, up to the line. Not sure that was very good. But we are through 13th place. Just a little bit quicker, I think we managed as we headed up to the line. But we are through to Q2. Is Colapinto through as well? Because it was very, very close down there. Yes, Colapinto does get through as well, but I don't hold out much hope for us getting through to Q3. Then up to the line in Q2, much better lap. That's a 27.9. And with how close it has been, that could well be good enough to get through. We've improved by half a second over what we did in Q1. So that's a pretty decent time. Let's have a little look at where we're at. Yeah, 9th place. Well, let's hope that that's enough. Are we through in 10th? Yes, we are. Okay, Franco Colapinto, a 10th behind in P13. We're just about surviving at the moment. Not sure whether we'll be able to make the step up in Q3, but at the very least, we're in the top 10, and that could be massive. Well, we've just overdone track limits there. I think we certainly don't have enough fuel to go again, but we're gonna set the time anyway, because we want to see what we need to beat, essentially, on a new set of boots. So here we come, round the final corner. What would it have been? A 128 flat, which I think would have been 10th anyway. Do we have enough time to get round? It's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close, this. Might just about make it. Oh no, that's it. So, no time in Q3. So it's 10th place for us, and that... Yeah. Well, it could have been 9th if we'd matched what we did, but
qualifying wraps up now. We have our grid line
as I
up
say,
for
I
the
don't
big
think we
race
had the
tomorrow.
pace.
Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
We certainly didn't have the pace to step it up to get in the top 7 or 8, so maybe could have qualified 9th in hindsight. Maybe should have went out a bit earlier in Q3, but yeah, is what it is. But it looks like it's going to be a wet race anyway, so this could be chaos.
You join us in the United Kingdom today, or Great Britain as it's alternatively known. Well, it's certainly a great day today as we welcome you to one of the crown jewels of British sports, a track of speed, history and drama. It's Silverstone. It's the British Grand Prix. Silverstone circuit then is 3.6 miles long, has a total of 18 corners, and of course is no stranger to the rain. There won't be any DRS available in these conditions, but the Wellington and Hangar straights are still good opportunities to tuck into the slipstream and make a pass. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, and Antonelli, Tsunoda, Ocon, Gasly, and Zach O'Sullivan, Albon, Doohan, Franco Colapinto, and Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Behrman, George Russell, and Nico Hülkenberg, Bortoletto, Stroll, Lawson, and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today, Anthony Davidson. Well, they've done so well this year, the 11th team, but that means that next year could be that little bit tougher, because as we all know, the better you do, the higher you finish in the championship, the less development time in the wind tunnel you get the following season.
Very good, Crofty, very good. And that's exactly true. You know, they'll have a lot more time than teams that have done better than them in the championship. And it all adds up. That extra time you can spend in the wind tunnel, that's performance. And the top teams would be loving, wishing that they had that time. But it goes to this team. It hasn't been easy for them, like you say, but there is that silver lining.
Right, okay.
Right, mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
Now, I have no idea what we should be doing here in terms of... Let's have a quick look. Everybody seems to want to go onto the wet tyres. Is wet's going to be the best way? It might be. Yeah, really tough to tell, but we're going to get out there anyway. Everybody else is on the wet, so we're certainly not putting ourselves at a disadvantage with that. But yeah, this could be an absolutely horrible Grand Prix, couldn't it?
The radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. It's hard to say if Inters or wets are better right now.
I think Inters may well end up being better very, very soon. Now, obviously we've got some issues with the engine, but it shouldn't really affect us too much today because we shouldn't be looking for too much power on the straights, or the power deficit is not going to affect us quite as much as it would have done. I need to be careful here. Try not to get onto the gravel.
Okay, so heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon.
Oh. What I am concerned about is these tyres are not warming up at all, and we are sliding all over the place here. So this could end up quite embarrassing for us. But we need to try and keep out of trouble. But yeah, we cannot get heat into these tyres. Try as we may, it's not happening. I don't think it'll be long before we put on intermediate tyres. And they should warm up a lot quicker, or at least get up to temperature. You don't want the tyres hot, but you want them at least, you know, warmed up a little bit. That's pretty good.
Parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
So here we go then. 5 red lights here in Great Britain. Lights out, away we go for the British Grand Prix at a very wet Silverstone. It's a decent start off the grid, but we're going to have to take it fairly cautiously into turn 1. Gasly didn't take it cautiously, and that's meant that we're running a little wide there.
Monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
That is not the time to tell us that. As Jack Doohan goes down the inside, and he is through for now, but look how much we're sliding about. This is not good. And already getting some unwanted attention from behind, and we are just slipping backwards here. Oh, nearly went into the back of Albon. So we're going to have to settle down, find our rhythm. But once again, look at this. They're just so much faster in a straight line. And that's Colapinto, who's going to have virtually the same setup as us. Caused him to lose the position to Fernando Alonso, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can find some pace quickly here. There goes Colapinto through. Looks like Fernando wants to have a look as well, but yeah, we are losing a lot of time here. Well, I think we want to come in and get the inters on. I don't think we're getting these wet up to temp anytime soon.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Let's get them switched up. We just have no pace, and I don't know whether it is the engine or whether it's the tyres not giving us grip, but here we go. We are in. So into the pit lane we go. First pit stop of the day, going on to the intermediate tyres. So, got to get this right.
There seems to have been a problem attaching the left rear wheel. We need to try and put that behind us though, and let's finish this race strong.
We're away 5.5, unfortunately, on the stationary time.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
And we are away.
Weather's changing now. You might want to review our strategy.
Are they going to suggest wets? No. Well,
Copy that.
we will see. I mean, this could be a totally wrong decision that we make. We'll just have to see. On lap 6 of this Grand Prix, and we're just chipping away at the gap to the cars in front. Leclerc has come into the pits, and he put on the wet tyres as well. We've been pretty much matching his pace, which obviously we were nowhere near that on the wet tyres before. We're just building our confidence a little bit every lap. A 41.5 is what Max Verstappen has just put in. He's about 3 seconds quicker a lap than us at the moment. And that's what's pretty scary, is that Verstappen is just so fast in this game. But I think we're doing a pretty decent job. You know, we're
gap to the car in front. 4.3
catching up to
seconds.
those guys that are at the back. I assume it is also going to be the case for the guys that we were racing before. We do seem to have a hell of a lot more grip, so I don't really understand how we're not lapping as quickly as Verstappen or Norris at the front. Yeah, we keep going. There you go, 43.3 that time. So we are really starting to pick up the pace now. Just got to keep doing it, keep pushing, but we're doing so well here, managing to find our breaking points and some good grips on the exit. So here we go. We'll still keep pushing forward and hopefully it'll work out well. Oh, Verstappen is out. Wow. Well, virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, I think coming... Oh, it's a red flag.
Albon for you. Okay, they're out of this race.
So Albon's out as well. We were about to come into the pits. Right. Okay. Well, that's very interesting, isn't it?
This is a good chance to change our strategy for the rest of the Grand Prix if we want to.
I think we want to be on those intermediate tyres until the end. I think that's got to be quicker, although they're saying it's not going to be. I don't see how. I'm going to go for the intermediates. I felt a lot more comfortable on them, unless it's absolutely chucked it down. I think inters are going to be the way to go, so that's what we're going to do.
Deja vu here, but there's a good opportunity to get this start spot on. Come on.
Lights out, away we go.
It's time to box now.
Once again here in Great Britain at Silverstone. Wow, well that was a track extension, was it? Or was it a collision? It said collision actually. I don't think it was a track extension, but I think we've got far more confidence on these intermediates.
Let's overtake and burn off some of this energy
than we did have. But yeah, Max Verstappen is out. That is huge news. Because he was dominating again. And he's won every race this season, bar one, where it was a DNF. So, yeah, absolutely crazy once again. But, yeah, decent start on these intermediates. And if we can find our confidence quickly, I think we're going to be in a decent place here. What's that? Lawson having a little look. I think through the corners we've just got so much more confidence. Where we're losing time is on the straights at the minute. And that's down to the power issues.
Okay, a few drivers are fitting full wet tyres. We might need to... Okay, so heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
So yeah, he's still convinced that both of them will have similar pace. We're going to go down the inside of Stroll here. And there you go. You see, you've got better grip around the outside and we are through. And it is through the corners where we are finding the gains. But that red flag, I suppose, has harmed our strategy because it allowed everybody to have that tyre change. But we'll see whether it works out or not. Side of Nico Hülkenberg, and that's another decent move there. Oh, 3-second penalty. Well, I feel like that was harsh.
It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Probably going to cost us now. We may be thinking that we could fight our way through the field into that top 10, but probably not now. You can see how much we gain through the corners. It's just on the straights we don't have any extra speed at the minute. But I think we can get him here into the next section. where we got Stroll and we got Hülkenberg. Perfect. Good move, and you can see we're just so much more confident on the brakes and through the corners on these inters than we are on the wets.
Mate, that brings you up a place.
And to be honest, this is just unbelievable, isn't it? You know, 14th place we are right now. Can we get into the points? I mean, it's the it's getting 3 seconds ahead that I think we'll struggle with. There goes Bortoletto having a little look. We're just gonna block him off there. Ten laps to go. Well, this could be a chance now on Jack Doohan. He's just been overtaken by Behrman, and now he's been overtaken by us. Great move. This is a good comeback here. Some good moves in this race so far. And we're still pushing as hard as we can. Try and get something out of this. No chance on Behrman now. Oh, somebody's in the pits. That's Carlos Sainz in the pit lane. We go down the inside now with Behrman. And we are through. That's good stuff. Well, quite a lot of people are in the pit lane. Clearly, they feel like they need to maybe get onto the intermediate tyres. I don't know. Let's have a quick look at the weather report,
Okay,
see what he
heavy
says.
rain was staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better.
I'm not
right
sure.
now.
I think maybe they're just coming in for the pit stops. Putting on a fresh set of hards, or wets, sorry. Maybe the wets are burning out. I don't know. But either which way, we're up into 7th now. Well, most people are in the pit lane now. So we're up to P5.
Still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Surely we're not considering being on the slick tyres anytime soon. But either which way, what it really has done is given us a big gap to the people behind, and therefore this 3-second penalty should not make much difference to us. And there goes Leclerc. He's having a little look around the outside. I'm not that bothered about Leclerc passing us, to be honest.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Let's just try and continue to be aggressive through the corners. And Hamilton is catching us up at a rate of knots.
Right, we've got teams in the pits changing over to full wets. Come in and change your tyres if you need to.
Is Leclerc going to come in? No. He's staying out, as is Colapinto. He's staying out there. Looks like Tsunoda and the 2 McLarens are staying out as well. And we've got 6 laps to go. Let's try and stay in the points at the very least. We should be able to. Unless these tyres go off the cliff, which I don't think they will. You know, they're a little bit worn, but not too bad. I think Hamilton will get us, maybe Ocon,
Okay,
but
gap ahead,
actually can't see it.
2.0 seconds.
So let's just keep going, keep pushing. See what comes of it. Well, look at that. We have passed Piastri in the pits here. Now Ocon is starting to get towards 3 seconds behind, so we are just going to let Piastri straight past here if we can. I certainly don't want to battle with him, but we've got 2 laps to
It
go,
might be worth thinking about putting a set of full wets on. We've seen a few teams change over already.
and it's looking pretty good for us to be comfortably within the points here. There goes Piastri. He's through. Lost a little bit through that corner. That's not what we wanted. But through Maggots and Beckett's, we've been pretty good. We'll stay with the action to the end now. Is Colapinto gonna stop? Because everybody else seems to have stopped. It looks like Lando Norris is going to win the race. Hamilton looks to be heading for a podium as well, which is very good. There goes Colapinto into the pit lane. He's given up on trying to hold off anybody else, but we're now headed on to the final lap. That means we're going to get ahead of Franco Colapinto. Is he going to stay in the points? It's going to be pretty tight.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
But final lap on these intermediate tyres. Wonder whether it will be worth going through the pit lane to try and cut a bit of time. It might be. It might give us 5th place. What's the worst that can happen?
Car ahead, 2.9 seconds.
Because these guys are within 3 seconds anyway, so that we're going to go behind them. So, yeah, I might try going through the pit lane to come across the finish line a little bit quicker. But yeah, if we can get a 5th place out of this, we'll certainly take it. Even so, it should be at the very worst 8th place, which, considering the race that we've had, I would very much take that.
Final lap, push, push.
He's saying don't come into the pit lane as Lando Norris sets the fastest lap on the final lap of the race, and here we go then. We are going to come into the pit lane, just don't get a 10-second penalty. And we're in, and we're coming round, and you can see this is going to be pretty close. We head over the finish line. Did we gain anything from that? No. But it was worth a try. It was certainly worth a try. But we finish 8th in the end, and we can be pretty happy with that. It's just a shame of the 3-second penalty.
It's Lando Norris for victory.
It's cost us 6 points there.
To come here and take victory as a team today on home soil was so important. You can see how much it means to them. The drivers there doing their part. The team's strategy was perfect as well. And the fans really embraced that. What a great atmosphere we had here today.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved watching that action today, and I'm sure these 3 have loved taking part. Here come our podium finishers. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Yeah, it didn't actually help us in the end. It was about the same amount of time that we dropped to those guys, which I guess shows that you know, it's exactly the same going through the pits as it is to the line. So yeah, absolutely fine. Colapinto, unfortunately, he finishes outside of the points, but you look at our pace, and our pace was pretty competitive. Yeah, just one of those where we just were a little bit unlucky with the red flag, I suppose. You know, it meant that everybody else got that free pit stop, and we'd already taken the pit stop. That's a shame. But it's fine. We extend our lead to Mercedes. We're still 23 points ahead of them. We keep trying to extend that, and that's all good. But it was an enjoyable British Grand Prix. I really do think that. And fan rating goes up, which is nice. And we're probably ready for some driver meetings now. And that's where we'll pick it up next episode, I suppose.
Good news on this one, boss.
Let's see. Let's have a little look. Ooh, not quite. We're nearly there with Zach O'Sullivan, not with the other ones. That's okay. Fair enough. Right, we will be back next time out with the wonderful Belgian Grand Prix, including the sprint race. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. If you've enjoyed this episode, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.